Okay then, I think that is not far off. Let's start. Not sure if this is, trying to think, 24 miles an hour. I think that is the fastest tractor we've got, if I'm honest. I think the Star is the one that's 19 or 21, or was this one? Trouble is, this is a bit more. This is 117 horsepower. The Star is only 105. So even though it's faster, that's not necessarily meaning it's going to pull this as good as this is. I mean, the perfect one would be the Deutz, but the Deutz is slow, so it's not as cut and dry as that. What we'll do is we'll collect one full set of bales. We shall set him go into the bale collection place, and then we shall start to take our tractors, get all of the bits and bobs together. This is the main job now. I'm not sure how many we've got, so I'm quite intrigued. It was a bigger contract than I thought it was, to be honest. Ooh, struggling already. We may need to swap to the Deutz after all, even though it is slow. Definitely a lot. Definitely a lot. You only need to see that sea of white to realise there's a lot of bales there. And of course, the sell point is right at the bottom end of the map. We have no such luck of just going around the corner. I was thinking, ooh, it's gonna be right next door, isn't it? No, it's not. It's not at all. Yes, typical. Murphy's Law, I believe. Okay, last one. So we need... Always forget the key configuration. It's dead important you get this right as well. Transport in position. If you get this wrong, it's stuck down then unless you unload and reload. So it's really important. And the amount of times I get it wrong and have to cross the map with the arm down, which is silly. You should be able to abort, but you can't. You can abort, but you can't abort properly, where you can put your arm back. You have to unload and reload. It's the only bad thing about this. Right, so we want create job. Go to. Will it let you deliver? No, it won't. Okay. Okay, go to. Oh. Hang on a minute. Cancel. All spheres. Oh, it is that one there. Why does that disappear when I'm going on to the... Okay, create job. Go to... Let's just actually go to the road point. So it couldn't go to, but it can set the destination. That makes absolutely no sense at all. Do you know, seriously, I just don't get it. Right, let's grab the starer. We shall stick something. Oh, let's fold that up. Stick the front mower on the front, and we'll send him back home, or we might actually take him. Yeah, he is slower. Yeah, I thought so. So the Zeta is the fastest tractor we've got, and that's not fast either. So right, now if I remember rightly, I'm going to have to do this partially myself, because you can only send one of them on at the one time, because the road is already occupied. It must have a variable where it checks the road, and if someone's already on it, it's tough. Right, let's do a bit of in-cab, being as we are not doing any contracts or anything. We should run this home, and then we shall wow, I wonder how many we have got. It's just going to take a while. As well as the contract taking rather a while as well. It's definitely yes, I shall be glad when I've got a faster tractor, something like one of the JCBs, either that or a lorry or something that can traverse these roads, because I suppose, yeah, it's the look of the draw, really, isn't it, with the bale sale point. It could have been right next door, it could have been over here by the farm, but typically it's the furthest one. Well, you win some, you lose some, that's all I'm going to say. Still a good contract. Hopefully we may get a few silage bales out of this as well, I certainly hope so. I did as much of the edge as possible to help complete that. I mean really to the edge of the field, so yeah, this should certainly be every chance. There was a little bit of wastage, but not a lot. If I scour the entire field, I may get one more bale out of it, but yeah, it was fairly good. Now then, I believe this goes right past our field. I shall check. I might be wrong. Oh, that bird song. Every time is so beautiful. So restful. It's one of the most beautiful sounds of nature, I think, bird song. And a lovely summer's day when you can hear the birds singing and tweeting, singing their little songs. Now let's just check. Is it that way or is it this way? Oh, it is. I'm glad I looked. It is this way. I didn't look to see how our worker's doing. Oh, he's far ahead of us, is he? Oh, we're catching up. We are catching up with our work. I'm being silly. Right, because he's going that way, we can actually send our... Oh, we are going to have to come back, aren't we? I was forgetting. Oh, that's messy. Oh, well. It is what it is. Let's send him on to our farm. I don't know if there's a better way. There must be, because we did it last time. Right, let's have a look. Set destination to our... Oh, he has still got to go down the same road, hasn't he? I know then, let's set him there. No, it's not. It's blocked after that. Okay, so it does do exactly what I said then, which is to work out whether the road has somebody in its entire range. So, well, at least I'm beginning to figure out how they actually work. That is useful to know. We should run this down and put it on the side of the road. Oh, God. Okay, let's just put this here. I know really there's no need, but I am trying to be realistic. You wouldn't block the road. So... Okay. This is the most important... Oh, I can see the star. I can see the orange in the background. Not that far behind. Right, let's set these down. And then where is the bale point? We might need to tag it because it looks like quite a few sale points. That's animal dealer. What's that there? Farmers market. Okay, let's tag it. Oh. Is this surely not open? Not short at this time of... No. Just need to open authorised vehicles only. Well, we are authorised. We have the authority of the farmer whose bales we are delivering. So... %. So 86 is the same again. Right, we want transport position. Oh, no, we need to cancel that first. And we have to do transport position, don't we? I remember. Or does it do it itself? When it does, once you've done that, I think it does actually. Yes, it does. Right, so we need to get our tractor into our field because he's nearly there. Oops, no, I need to. I always do that. Terror for always going on the wrong one. Right, let's get him. Oh, typical of me stopping on the hill. Of all the places to stop. Right, so if we get him off, it should read that we can actually send the Zeta back. And what we'll do is we'll be sneaky with the Deutz. We shall manually do it and jump off the road as the Zeta passes us. We shall be as clever as possible. Right. We do need to go back as well for one thing. So. Right. Let's drop the back off. Definitely needs a bit of a clean. Ah, that's what we've got to get. The air compressor. Definitely. Now then. Right, let's grab the Zeta. Should be able now to make its own way to the field again. Just do a set destination because it doesn't seem to like that create job thing. So if we go to the field, should be able to do it. Yeah, he would have complained by now, wouldn't he? So let's grab. This will be interesting to see if it senses after it's been set, or whether it, at that point it basically just does standard. I'm trying to think of that. Basically looking ahead to see if there's a vehicle in the way, whether it actually just uses standard to see what is coming up. We need to be looking to see. For once, I think I am going to stick that on so we can actually see a little bit ahead of us, so as I can dart out the way. I do like to, as a content creator, switch that off for as much realism, to clear the screen as much as possible, because I know almost all content creators do so. So I presume it must be that it winds people up. So I do try to move as much as I possibly can. I keep getting a tickly throat. Oh, sorry, I just clocked the microphone. I hate that. It makes such a massive clack and sound which is always nasty to those listening. Right, still no sign of him yet. Dart out of his way once he is anywhere near us. Oh, I see him appearing on the map now. So let's try and sneak onto this grass here, which is right near the original farmhouse. Should easily be able to get past us. Smashing. Excellent. Right. See our field. Must remember to grab those bales from this bottom field as well. There are at least 3 or 4 now. 1, 2, I can see 4 there. 3, 4, yeah. I believe 4. Yeah. 4. 17 bales. I did look when I was doing the contract. 17 bales this time, so 4 more bales than last time being fully fertilised. That's not bad. It's not a massive field. I mean, it's not tiny, but it's not massive either. I think I have had... There was one field I had that was really tiny. I think I got 3 or 4 bales off. So I'd consider 13 bales as not bad as a first field. So it brings in money when you consider how many times you can cut your grass, and we are leaving it till maximum. So right, let's drop this down. Still not had a message that he's got there, have we? Right, let's repair this while we are here. Okay. Oh. Do you know, sometimes I have an uncanny knack of saying things like that, and then a few seconds later it actually does do that. And it is a sheer fluke, but it happens a little bit too often sometimes. The amount of times I'll say, yeah, it should be, and then literally within 10 seconds it actually happens. As I say, it's a fluke. I'm not saying anything more than that, but it is sometimes the amount of times on a Let's Play I've said something like that and then literally it just stops. I wish it extended to guessing how much of something that we are going to get. I'm not usually terribly far out. It is, you do sort of get a rough idea of how many of something you're going to do, roughly. Especially if you've done something often like sugar cane or sugar beets, or although sugar beet has changed a lot since FS19, it's hugely down on how much you would get on a field, as I found out myself when I did sugar beets on my Elm Creek map. I had a very similar fields to... I used to do sugar beets an awful lot because I had a sugar factory in FS19. The I can't remember the name of the mod. It should do. But yeah, I had the sugar factory anyway. I just can't remember the productions. Oh, what's it called? It'll come to me. But anyway, I had a sugar and the sugar beet. I had field 7 on field 5 on Lone Oak, which was one of the smallest fields, and I had a very similar field size on FS22, literally almost exactly the same size. Now on the FS19 I got fully fertilised and everything. I had 300,000 litres, and on the same size field I had less than 100, so they've seriously nerfed how much sugar beet you get from fields. Seriously, it's still high, but nowhere near as high as it used to be. You're certainly not going to unless of course it has gone up since then, but that was my findings quite early on. I know things have gone up and down somewhat, but it wasn't early on. It was after the two that 2 point something update where that type of thing had supposedly been addressed, where there were shortages of things, and I presume, imagine that's many contracts. I never heard anything about the mounts. Can we nudge that one in? Tractors don't normally like doing that. Bales have got this unnerving habit of toppling even the strongest of tractors. Right. We've still got quite a lot on the field. I think we'll take this ourselves this time though. No point in what we will do though is when we have got past our farm, we shall set one of our workers to come and grab the back mower, and I'm going to have to try and find a better way to bring all of equipment. We managed it on the way. I must have had a better thing on the front on one of the pieces of equipment, so I don't know what I did differently, but managed to do it all in one hit, so I definitely did something different. Right, now then, transport position. Well, that's a bit daring. Right, okay then. Let's set this going. Ooh, we also need to repair the Zeta. Yes, now this was I was wondering whether when you go into white, yellow and red that actually affects how much you got charged for repair. And that's my theory. It's trying to work out how I can prove such a thing or disprove or scientifically test such a theory. I'd have to do it over quite a few attempts and have to do it with exactly the same piece of equipment. I suppose that is true. Just on yellow now. What we're going to need to do though is probably run one to as low as you can possibly get into the red, and then repair. Trouble is, it's hard to work out because obviously there's still a percentile per percent cost there's going to be, but is that per percent cost going to be dearer when you're in the red or less when you're in the yellow, and much cheaper when you're in the white? That is truly the question. Doing this at speed, it actually does wander somewhat. Well, that did a quick switch. I like how responsive this is. Taking a run up. How slowly will we get when we get halfway up the hill past our place? I'm sure it's going to get quite slow, but it did manage it for the AI worker, so let's see you go down the gears. Ho, 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 ho. Wow, seriously. Wow. God, that is something else. Right, we will repair. There's yeah, the Anderson's fine. We'll drop this off just outside our gateway, zip the Zeta in. I was going to say heal it then. Repair it. Yes, it's not a living creature. Yes. Ooh, listen to that bird song. It's even got the echo. Oh dear. We should stop appearing out of like a teleportation. Ooh, that's wandering somewhat. Yeah, it is definitely dragging it a bit, the weight on this. I think it could probably do with a small weight on the front, or maybe even a big weight. We could actually pick the weight up from the trouble is that's the big one. It's a bit heavy. This will do a nosedive. It's not really got the weight to offset that unless it's got something like the fertiliser spreader on the back. I suppose actually we could take the we could take the bale loader in with us. That might actually work, thinking about it, and then just stick the weight on it, because it's not liking this. It is really making it wander. Just stay open, the gates. We should let the gateman deal with the gates. I'm not going to get involved. Right, let's get ready. Do you know, a good idea. Have a quick wander around the yard. Okay, let's have a look what we can see, if anything. I'm not sure if there will be anything, but I would have thought there was probably a couple at almost all sell points and everything. It's not necessarily guaranteed that that is the case, though. Oh, yes it is. Okay. Smashing. It is guaranteed that we will find... There's one. 7 to be found. Where there's one, there's probably more than one. Now then, let's do this. I always get this wrong. Lower. And this actually does it right. So let's have a look further round. What's in there? I don't think we can get in these. These are just for show, aren't they? We did have a look down most of them, so yeah. I see. Nope, not really, but I can't see. If you can't see down there, I'm quite sure it's not going to be there. It will be a little... Ooh, manure. Excellent. Can we get down here? We can. Animals. Let's keep our eyes peeled for those little flashes of colour. The telltale pretty pig. Ooh, there we go. Now, an animal, sheep. Now that is very appropriate, being as this is the and a horse. Okay, excellent. I saw any flashes of colour, and I was sort of at the corner of my eye looking. Oh, no. So, wouldn't surprise me if there are any more, but no, I think we're good. I wonder how about on top of the... Oh, I seem to be stuck. Whoops. Never been very good at parkour. Not even on the game. Okay, I think we are about... Yeah, we'll just have a look in this little yard. I think then... Oh, I saw something. Yes, I did, but it wasn't what you thought it was. Oh, we have a ladder. Now that's... Don't know whether that's a telltale in this. I know it is on Elm Creek. Normally when you see a ladder... Ooh, I missed that one. Excellent. Let's go up on the roof, because ladders... Yes. That could be somebody telling us something. Never ignore a tell. Unless, of course, it's a ladder you aren't supposed to climb. Which I don't seem to be able to climb. No. Okay. Not that that necessarily means that I'm not right. It might be that that's the tell to say it's up there. I saw a flash of blue, but I think it's just a... Smash him. Can't say that I've definitely got all of them, but you never know. Right, so then... Let's go... Right. Let's go and repair this. As we said, we're not far from home. Let's go and repair it. Take it in and we'll put the front weight on. It does seem to be, it's fine now, there's no weight, it's not pushing it, it seems to be moving like to the left and the right, like it couldn't cope with the weight when it's laden. Oh, I never took any note of how much percentage wise we were through the contract. Could actually check on the contract though. 89% doesn't tell me how much percentage we have transported though, does it? Should have really looked. Definitely are getting there. This has been a massive place session though. Gordon Bennett. Much bigger than I thought. Much bigger. Right. Ooh, I have knocked that. That's... Whoa. Okay, that's one way to do it. Oh, I need to shift the Deutz. Okay, let's move down. Just forget the Deutz is on the right hand side. I'm beginning to sort of almost get there where you sort of think about it. Right, let's repair these three things. Okay then. We shall set this going and we shall grab the star up. We shall go grab the back mower manually. Oh, this is wandering off. We might... I know what we'll do. We'll go the back way. The scenic route. It's a little bit slower, but at least we're not going to likely to bump into the Zeta as it wends its way to the field. Let's do it that. So, Zeta, set destination, field 7. And now we need Stara. Enter. Is there a sneaky way? Because we are driving tractors. Is there any crafty field edge jobbies where we can wow, withered crop, where we can sort of sneak? It's a little bit naughty, but we are driving a tractor. They are built for, you know, four-wheel drive terrain. It's not like I'm being naughty. I'm not actually going over anybody's land or anything really. Well, I am, but you know what I mean. I'm not damaging crops or anything. Let's have a look if there's any. If you don't do wreckage, you can't find any shortcuts. Legitimate or illegitimate, but sometimes you've got to do these things to see if you can find any good routes. I can see a track. Aha, I can. Okay, where do you come out? Ooh, it's running parallel to the main road. I think this, yeah, this is that set of tracks that we've been the long way, but this is, yeah, this is a different way. It's still a bit windy though. I'm just looking at the road. Oh, we could just come right to field 7 though. Not bad. Just a little bit cheeky going past the end of the field, but we didn't do any harm. Nobody saw us, I don't think. Yes, it is. This was the road where we saw our very first animal that made me realise that there were actually collectibles. It was sitting on that grate over there, and I'd already passed it earlier in the day as well. God, that was a flash of red. I think it was a leaf though. Seriously do. Yeah, it was one of these leaves. Now we know they're there, I'm a little bit more watching for them. Oh, brilliant, let's complete this task. Right, we shall set. So, can we sneak? This is the only bad side of it. It literally is a bit long-winded this side. In fact, yeah, this is going the wrong way now, isn't it? This is a grass field. Let's be a little bit naughty. It is grass. If it was anything else I wouldn't go across it, but let's look for a gateway. That's a brick wall. That is impassable. I'm not going through any hedges. I'm only going to try and find a proper way through a gate. Going to be... Aha! I see a gate. To shut this though. After us, you don't leave gates open on a road like that, on a field anyway. Even though we can see there's no animals, it's, well, for starters, it's bad manners. When you've gone through someone's field and it's a little bit naughty, the least you can do is actually shut the fence after you. Let's set this going. What we'll do is we shall set this going as a worker with the mower, and we shall manually drive. Whoa, will you stop doing that to me, dears? Right, now then, how many are there? Is there another load, or is there another bitten a load? That is the question. Right, let's set this going. Is that folded or is that unfolded? I think it is. Yeah, it's just folded as they go into the go. Yeah, I think it is. They sort of open up. Oh. Okay. Right, let's set him going. Set destination, our field, and let's grab the Zeta. Working position. I'm going to try now. Let's see how many we... Ooh, there's a lot there. I mean, that's sort of good. If it was 86% last time, because it was 43 the time before, then we should be close to finishing, in which case we have got a lot of spare bales and a lot of cash, as well as the fantastic amount of the actual baling contract itself. Should be a right good little earner, if of course I'm right. There are definitely at least a full... Wow, I never dreamt this was going to be this big. If this was easy economy, we'd be absolutely making a killing. An absolute killing on this. We're still going to do well, of course. Yeah, it is a little bit underpowered for this, really, but that's our fastest tractor. Oh, it's not 24, it's 25 miles an hour top. Brilliant. We'll collect them from this end, so we're working closer to the front of the field and we don't have to come right the way to the end all the time. So there is a little tiny bits of cleanup that we could do, but they aren't a lot, and we did really seriously scour the outer edge of this, so of how many. That's 24 we want. I don't trust myself to get this right. Oh, transporting position. Oh, must have bumped into a bale or something. Now let's count. How many have we got left to fetch? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 bales still. So if we were close to completing on 86% last time, and we take all of these, then we've nearly finished with a few, and then we've got another 14 after this, so that is something else entirely. And then we shall see how far we got, whether he actually got. I do love the way for contracts, obviously if you're delivering silage bale you actually get the cost as if it's a silage bale, which obviously we know that they're not actually fermented, it treats them as though they are. I do actually like that. Obviously if we delivered our silage bales they'd be classed as grass. So this is a very nice way of actually earning some decent money. Although I've got to be honest, we have earned every penny. These are tough contracts, I always find baling ones. What would have sped it up was a bigger windrower, by little. And there was a lot of faffing around. The mowers, not so much. I think we did quite well. They don't really. It would have been better if we'd have did up and down. I think I never considered the going round how much that would slow us down, but it really did a little. Probably do one outer edge and then the rest up and down. I think that probably is the best approach. Oh, bad. I'm catching that tree truck which juts out into the road just a touch. Ooh. They supposed to look like that? Has that gone wrong? Surely it has. That's bizarre. What on earth are they? Wow. Yep. Yeah, the weight is making a difference, definitely. It's not so pushy around it, right? It did actually make it into the field. That's the main thing. Right, I know this is going to seriously slow down. Seriously. Ooh. I saw you. Pink. Wow. Okay. Ooh. Saw something else as well. A pig. Wow. Excellent. The pink ones. Oh, wow. I was going to say the pink ones are the easiest ones to find, as he nearly ran past one. Wow. Would have thought. So close to us all that time. That's a nice shed. Okay, got to be careful. This any suspicious neighbour would be thinking we were trying to steal something, whereas we're only merely looking for collectibles. How would you explain that to a neighbour as you're wandering around his garden? I'm not sure. Well, that was fantastic. Some more collectibles. Okay. Not the best of place to stop, really, but hey ho. At least we're in first gear. Don't get much more traction than that.